No, so it should be live.
Miss Stein? Yes. Which side is she just on? It varies.
No sound in there. So, exactly. Well, it was volume, it's only the thing.
Where's the rest of the?
Yeah, it was working.
Is it working?
What?
The video.
Video is.
Was you sure? Wait, you are?
How many hours? All right. Right.
No idea. I can see it now, and yeah. See, when you go to fourth grade, then we're not done. Okay.
Sister, we're going to keep this for the kindergarten.
Yep.
So just,
That's all right. Yeah. Not that. Yeah. Put a tape in and we're not. This tape right on. We don't. I'll take my shoes off so everyone is perfect. I am not using the way. La
get started right away with Kabbalat Shabbat. You have regards from Dr. Sokol, who couldn't be here with us today, but he's sending everybody brachot for a Shabbat Shalom. And let's see, who's going to join the Makera? Maybe it can be the Aleph. The Aleph, come on up. Slowly and gently. Okay, I know we are waiting for some very special stuff that we're going to do soon. First special thing that's going to happen is you're going to hear from somebody that you all know, and that's Rabbi Dr. Tomsky.
Happy Shushan Purim. Woo! Not Shushan, Shushan Purim. So today, I want to be able to talk about, and you guys are still dressed up, you're wearing different shirts. Today I want to talk about the reason why we wear costumes on Purim. The most famous reason is probably because just like we wear masechot, we wear masks, did Esther. She did not show who she really was to the king until later on in the story. But I'd like to share with you one of my very, very favorite stories, and I hope you like it. Just like Ahasuerus, there was another king in town, just like Shushan. And unfortunately, he was not the biggest fan of the Jewish people. And he actually went up to the Jewish people and said, unfortunately, your time here is up. You cannot stay in my city or in my country any longer. And they asked him, they said, please, give us one chance. Try one chance. Let us stay. So the king thought for a second. He said, okay, fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one person, the smartest person out of all the Jewish people. I'm going to give him a test. And I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions. And if he answers the questions right, I'll let you stay. But if he gets any of those questions wrong, you must leave immediately. So they went to this scholarly, great, brilliant rabbi, and they said, you are the one to be able to answer these questions because you're the smartest of us all. And the rabbi said, I can't do it. Why not? Because I know this king, he's not going to ask fair questions. He's going to ask questions that are impossible to answer, and there's no way I'll know them. So they looked around, and they said, is there anyone here that could possibly answer and take this test? There was silence. Couldn't hear a word. Until finally, all the way in the back, there was this guy. He said, I'll do it. And they looked at him, and it was Yankel. And they're like, what did you say? He goes, yeah, I'll do it. I can pass any of these tests, not a problem. And the people said, I think we're in a lot of trouble, but let's give it a try. No one else wants to take the test. So it came to the day. Yankel went to the palace, and there stood the king. All of the people were around, waiting. What was this king going to ask? Because the king didn't tell anyone the questions in advance. So the king said, okay, out of all of you great people, who's the one of all of you that is going to be the one taking this test? Me! I'll do it! On this, the king looked at him and started to laugh. This guy! There's no way he's going to pass this test. This is going to be simple. So, the king said, okay, you ready? Question number 1. But the king didn't say a word. Instead, the king looked right at Yankel, and he did this. And without a second of hesitation, Yankel turned back, and he did that. And all the people were like, he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. The king, his jaw dropped. And he said, I can't believe it. All the people around him said, what do you mean, king? He goes, he got the question right. And everyone's like, I have no idea what he was asking. I have no idea what the answer was. This guy must have been a genius to figure it all out. The king said, he's not going to get the second one right. Impossible. Question number 2. The king looked straight into Yankel's eye. And he went like this. And Yankel once again Unbelievable. Not even a second. He immediately went like that. And they turned to the king. Now they weren't so sure about this guy. And the king once again said, "You got it right again? You got 2 questions right. But, there's no way he'll get the 3rd answer correct. It's impossible. My 3rd and final question is as follows." And again, he didn't say a word. He took a big bag of rice and he cut open this bag filled with rice and he poured it all over the ground, poured it all over the floor, pushed the bag away, and all of a sudden he started stepping all over the rice. And you can see a big smile and a twinkle in his eye because he knew he's not going to get this one right. And Yankel was looking around, and then finally he saw that bag. So he went and grabbed it, he bent down, and he scooped up all the rice, and he threw the bag over his shoulder, and he ran out of the palace. And that was the last time the king ever saw that guy. But the king said, "You know what? He got the 3rd question correct as well. And because you have such a great man in all the Jewish people, you were able to come up with this answer, all these 3 answers, I decided to let you stay." And all the Jewish people left, and the king, of course, was staying in his palace. And all the wise men turned to the king and they said, "We were watching what was going on, but to be honest, we didn't understand. There's questions, there was answers. What exactly was going on?" The king said, "I'll tell you. It was a tremendous philosophical debate between me and that genius, that brilliant man. I went up to him, I said, I want to tell you, I am not just a simple king. I am like a god. I do believe there's a God in heaven, but I'm also God. There's two gods." And that man looked right at me and said, "No, you may be powerful, but there's only one. Hashem Echad, there's only one God." The second question, I told him, I said, the Jewish people are spread out throughout the entire nation. And they're not strong. They're weak. And on this he said, "It's not true. One day we will come all together and we will be strong and united and fight, be able to win." And the 3rd question, I took all this rice and I poured it all over the floor. I stepped on it. I said, "You are just like this rice. You're not powerful. In fact, I am the one who's powerful. I can step all over you, just like this rice." And he said, "Maybe you are powerful now, king, but one day we'll all come back together, just like he did. And we'll be unified. We'll be all strong and one once again." So what am I supposed to do? I'm going to let this guy stay. In the meanwhile, they turned to Yankel and they said, "Yankel, what was going on? We heard a bunch of questions, a bunch of answers." So Yankel was in his house and he was enjoying some dinner. He was eating some rice, the rice that he got off the floor. They said, "Yankel," they said, "Hey, listen, what was going on? What were the questions? What were the answers?" So he said, "I'll tell ya, that king, I couldn't believe it. There were all these people standing around. King walks right up to me and he says, 'You know, I'm going to poke you right in the eyes.' And I said, 'You better not do that, buddy, if you know what's good for you. You better not do that.' And then, would you believe it? I can't believe you would do something like this. He walked right up to me and he said, "I'm gonna slap you right across the face." And I said, "You better not do that, buddy. You know what's good for you." And you know, people say that I'm a simple guy, Yankel, the simple guy, and this guy, the king, is so smart. I couldn't believe what he did. He took all this delicious food, he poured it all on the floor, he started stepping all over it. I'm like, why is he wasting all this good food? So I decided to scoop it all up, and I brought it home, and I had a delicious, delicious meal. That is the story of Yaakov. But what does that have to do with costumes? So, I'll tell you, I saw some amazing costumes yesterday. I saw people dressed up as kings, princesses. I saw people dressed up as superheroes and animals. Now the interesting thing, all different things. Now, what's interesting is, on Purim, when I looked at all those people, I didn't say, "Gee, this person is dressed up like a teddy bear." I didn't actually think he was a teddy bear. I thought, I know him. He's just wearing a costume. Sometimes we see things and we think we know why things are happening. Sometimes we may have a friend that we walk down the hall and we say good morning, and they don't say good morning back. But it's not necessarily because they're upset at me or they're trying to ignore me. Maybe they have something else going on. Maybe they have something else they're thinking about. So it's important to realize, just like on Purim, that we wear costumes and we don't look so quickly to judge them and say, "Oh, that person must really be a teddy bear." Instead, we say, you know, there's something behind who that costume is, and that's a person that we know and love. So I wish each and every one of you a very happy Shushan Purim and Shabbat Shalom.
What brings us all together, just like that rice? Chances are, since this was happening in Shushan, Dr. Tomsky, I think this was probably a very delicious tadik that they made, which sticks together and is sweet and is flavorful, and that's kind of like our community. So thanks to very creative and loving parents, we had an amazing week of Purim. During which one of the things that the children did is design t-shirts with a theme. Things that are important in our community. So you're going to hear about waking up in the morning to the beautiful sunshine and starting a great day. You're going to hear about kindness. You're going to hear about appreciating nature and sea creatures, about happiness and about friendship. Let's see if we can hear your cheers. Ready? Are we ready? I can't hear you. Yeah. Nah, you're not ready. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. I say we start with God. Because, you know, we wake up in the morning, right? We're listening.
long. Learning, smiling all day long. Third grade felines hear us roar.
Guys, we have to be louder, especially. We have to be really loud. Like you have to talk. You better see your master teacher.
So when you wake up in the morning and you see all the beautiful sunshine, flowers, and you're going to be kind and you're going to appreciate everything in nature, chances are you're going to have a happy day, like Tadalan.
We are fourth grade, fourth grade. We are happy like the rest. But it's the test. Go fourth grade.
Kita Gimel, Toda Raba. And when you put it all together, and what we have most of is friendship. So, Bakasha, Dahe. Together are building a community that is a community of Anashim Tovim. So if you have been recognized already as a Mensch of the Week, please come up on stage. And today we recognize another Mensch, someone who also knows how to be kind, how to be graceful, how to be grateful. And I'm going to give you one example. When we were here recognizing everybody for your participation in the readathon, this person who also participated and also worked hard and also read a lot was cheering for her friend more than for herself. And that is a very, very special thing, to always think of somebody else. Not to ignore yourself, to take care of yourself, but to also think of somebody else. And that is Juliet Vitan. Thank you for joining our Menches of the Week. And let's all sing Anashim Tovim Be'etzadeh, Anashim Tovim Be'or, Anashim Tovim Be'etzadeh, Anashim Tovim Be'or, Anashim Tovim Be'etzadeh, Anashim
Amen.